Fallout. I've been away for a while. I've been doing a lot of homework, a lot of tests coming up. It's getting close to dead week, if you know what that is. If you don't, it's where you are dead from studying all the time because finals are coming up. But dead week is in 3 weeks, and so I've been kind of preparing for that, trying to not fail classes so I can have like a cushion for finals. So I haven't been doing many videos. But Automatron came out for Fallout, and I wanted to do a review on it. I will try to keep away from anything with the DLC and try to keep all of it a secret so I don't spoil anything for anybody. If my voice sounds weird, it's because I have a cold. I even have a cough drop in right now, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. And also, if my voice is annoying you, I'm sorry. But I would like to take a minute here and say thank you. One of my videos has now reached 1,000 views, and I am very excited about that. If you haven't seen that video, if you're one of the millions of people that haven't seen that video, and you want to be part of the 1,000 that have, it's on my channel. Go look at it. It's the only one with close to 1,000 views, or anywhere close to 1,000 views on it. So go check it out. It's pretty cool. It's about the Brotherhood on Fallout. Me and my roommate, Austin, we go over what the Brotherhood is and, you know, what they can do for you and what you can do for them. All that stuff. Alright, so here we go. Automatron. I downloaded it about a week ago. I finished it. It wasn't too long of a DLC, like, mission-wise. Shit. It wasn't too long of a mission-wise DLC. It was very expansive with, like, you can do a whole lot of shit with it. So, there obviously is, you can build robots in it now. You can build robots, you can customize robots, you get robotic companions. So that was a big thing, that you could make your own companions, which I find really exciting, not only because you can make them companions, but you can make them settlers as well. So, what was really exciting for me was I had a couple of things, like settlements. I had a couple of settlements that didn't have any settlers in them. So, what I did was I fortified it a little bit more. I put up a recruitment beacon, because you need those to get people. Still nobody came. I was kind of upset. Then found out like how to make robots on Automatron, like once it came out. That's pretty cool. Dolphin with teeth being gutted. Alright. But yeah, I figured out how to make robots and all that, and made them settlers. So like the first one I made made him kind of like he was just kind of like a regular walking robot. I mean, he wasn't really anything special. His armor was basic, his everything was basic, and I just named him Wally, and then I just sent him on a supply line to one of my other settlements, and then I was able to get more supplies to make more robots, to get more supplies, and it was awesome. And you can make them. I don't have a robot with me right now because I didn't want to spoil anything, but you can make them soldiers. You can make them like smart. You can make them. They can have special abilities like lockpicking, hacking. There's some other ones, I'm sure. You can make them have laser arms. I was right in my excitement for when in my video when I was talking about the DLC coming to Fallout about Automatron, when I said it would be cool to have an Assaultron or a Sentry. You literally can make a Assaultron or a Sentry bot, and it's awesome. Every bit as awesome as it sounds, and I mean, it's just really cool. In my opinion, definitely worth the $10, just for the robot building alone. Like, if you loved customizing weapons, if you love customizing armor, you're gonna love customizing your robots. And also, I've found with customizing weapons and stuff, you can only do so much before you start having to invest in perks to get it. With the robot building, you don't have to invest in many perks at all. there is a new perk on the skill tree. I think I can show you guys. It might have been here already, but without this DLC, nobody would have noticed. I don't think. I cannot remember where it is, but it is. Ah, here it is. Machines will always serve humans. Da 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 da. You actually can invest in this, and you can like it ups your ability to build certain robots and certain mods for your robots. But I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I know science is a big thing with it, but again, like I've been able to make pretty decent sentry bots with just a level 1 science. You can make them have, like I said, you can make them float like Codsworth. You can make them walk like C-3PO off the Star Wars. You can make them like roll like a tank, like a sentry. It's just really endless on the possibilities on what you can do with each robot, and you can make it to where you just have one robot and you keep adding shit to it, or like you could be like me and just make 5 robots and try to make like an army. I was thinking I could fill an entire settlement. That's my goal. Fill an entire settlement just with robots and see what happens. And they each have their own personality mode, quote unquote. You can activate it or deactivate it, so they can be active, like personable robots that actually have feelings and act like people, or they can just be machines that do what you say, and they have no feelings at all. That is what you want it to be. However, for me, I turned all the personalities on because why not? It sounds cool. Plus, if they have feelings, I don't know, it makes me feel better knowing that, you know, they're not gonna, I don't know. It just makes me feel better knowing that they actually do feel something rather than being a cold-hearted machine. I don't know why, it just makes me feel better. But the missions, I guess we'll talk about those now. The missions for Automatron, you start off with, I'll try not to spoil much. You start off, when you download it, you get in your game, you find a new radio signal, and you tune into that radio signal, and I actually had to figure this out via YouTube because I wouldn't have found it out any other way. You actually do have to tune into that radio signal, and it's like a distress signal, and you track down where that distress signal is coming from, and that's where the story kicks off. And you start your missions, and there's about, I would say, 4 or 5 actual missions. They're nothing big. They're nothing too monumentally amazing or anything, but they're all right. You get a couple of not settlements, but like just camps you have to destroy, and then there is one massive dungeon. And when I say massive, it took me like 45 minutes to clear it, maybe. One massive dungeon. And you actually do get a settlement out of it. So after you beat the story mission of the Automatron, you get a settlement, kind of like the Boston airport. I mean, you can't. I say that meaning like you can't put a beacon, a settlement beacon there. But I mean, you can get supplies from it. Is what I meant. Sorry. Excuse me. So yeah, you can. Oh, what was it? I was gonna swim there. That's what I was gonna do. But yeah, you can't put like a beacon down to attract settlers, but you can move settlers there, and you can get supplies there. So, and like send supply lines and whatnot. I would rate it out of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I would rate this DLC a solid 7, because the missions are okay. They're not terrible, and they're not amazing. So, like, the missions just alone give it a 4 or 5. About 4 or 5. The machine making and the robot making definitely bump it up 2 grades and definitely make it worth the $10. Um, Definitely bump it up to 7, grade 7. It's freaking awesome. I love it. I mean, making your own Assaultron, that's freaking cool. You get certain legendary weapons with it. So um, one of the cooler weapons, spoiler alert, is a Assaultron head that was dismembered from its body. And some Assaultron heads, or when some Assaultrons are equipped with this ability to shoot like a Tony Stark fucking Iron Man laser out of their head. Well, this weapon is that head, and you get to shoot the beam out and fuck people's day over, and it's pretty cool. I can't remember what ammo it uses, but I actually haven't tried it out. But I do know it does irradiate the user. So if you do plan on using it a lot, plan on having a lot of Radaway, plan on having a lot of Rad-X, because it does irradiate you as you use it. So something to think about. Which I think is kind of cool, because it's such a powerful weapon that it has to penalize you. It has to handicap you to use it, which is, I think, really, really cool. You know, like the Fat Man, you use this, and honestly, there's no consequence if you shoot this at somebody. Like, if I were to shoot it at that goddamn building over there, I would feel absolutely nothing. And this weapon is pretty damn overpowered. Like, I shoot this at something, it's not getting back up. Unless it's like a fucking legendary Death Claw. Like, it's not getting back up. Which, I mean, is fine, but it's just... Especially when the ammo is so scarce, is what I meant to say. Especially when the ammo is so scarce. I mean, that's the penalty, is if you use it all, you don't have any more. But with the Assaultron head, I'm sure it runs on fusion cells or something of that nature, and so it probably is very easy to find ammo for it, so you need some type of penalty to balance it out, which I agree with irradiating the user, that being a fair penalty. I am in favor for that weapon. I just don't use it in my arsenal. I really should, though. I should get it in my arsenal soon. But, what else is there? Let's see here. I'm reading my notes. New companions, obviously, your robots. You get one robot that you can't change anything about, so, like, you can't change their name or their voice or anything. You can add, like, specifications to them, like a hacking module or something like that, but you can't, like, change their actual being. You get a new settlement, da-da-da-da-da. There's a new enemy that comes with the new story, obviously, otherwise there would be no story if there was just the Institute again. If you had finished the story and the Institute's no longer a problem, then they obviously need a new villain. This reminded me a lot of... There was a Fallout 3 mission that was actually, I think, really popular with some of the people. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It was actually really popular. That it was like these two superhero, like two people pretending to be superheroes. It was kind of like, it kind of reminded me of that, and I liked it. I liked that mission, and I like these missions as well. So this, I'm gonna go off topic. This looks like an X-wing. Can I say? Like, if those two wings were to come apart, this would so look like an X-wing. Comment down below if you think this looks like an X-wing, or if it doesn't. If I'm crazy, please let me know, and I will go look at a picture of an X-wing. But I am, like, that looks pretty cool. If you want to know where this is, I will show you on the map. It's by Nordhagen Beach. Right off of, if you follow the trail off of Fort Strong, you'll find this X-wing, which if this is a X-wing, like a Star Wars Easter egg, that would be pretty cool. Because I haven't seen this on anybody's like Easter egg videos or anything. So if this is a Star Wars Easter egg, and I'm the first to find it, I'm gonna be excited. But I doubt that I'm the first to find it if this is a Star Wars. Because the back is throwing me off. I don't know. I think it looks like it, like the wings and everything. I can't see the front, but like it looks like it comes to a point, like most planes, I guess. But I don't know. I think it is. I'm gonna go with that. Excuse me. Oh, people. But anyway, sorry. They're the new villain, and obviously new henchmen, the robots. Yeah, but it's definitely worth the $10 in my opinion. I would say get it if you like it. If you like the idea of building your own army, basically building your own army. Maybe you just like experimenting with what you can and can't create in the world of Fallout. If you do, great. If you don't, maybe this isn't the one for you. But hey, there's 2 more coming out. I think Wasteland Survivor. I think that one actually might already be out, but I'm not sure. I will have to check, and I will get back to you. But if it is, you'll see another video pretty soon. If there's not, you won't, obviously. So, that's all I'm going to do for this video. Next video, I'm thinking about maybe going to see like what kinds of massive creations I can make with some of the robots, and maybe broadcasting that. I'll show you all the robots I've already made. I'll show you like the companions that I've already traveled with, all that stuff. And then I'll try and make like the wackiest robot creation out there, and maybe you guys can leave comments down below on what I should try and experiment with on so far as like what kind of robots I should try and build. Should I make it like a super soldier tank? Should I make it like a smart scientist kind of a hacker? Should I make it like a super sneaky lockpick? I don't know. Leave a comment down below on what you would like to see me make, and I will maybe make that and show you it in another video. So, alright, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. I try to do videos regularly. It hasn't been happening lately, but I will try my best to do so. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, all that good stuff, because you've been on YouTube before, and you know how this works. So, go ahead, please and thank you, and I will see you guys later, and stop.